What's going on, everybody? Today I'm making this video to talk about why I switched from the MagnaFlow X-Mod exhaust I had on my car to the HKS HI-POWER. And later on in the video I'm going to be going into more detail about everything that kind of bothered me about the MagnaFlow one. But the main reason being was the MagnaFlow was just too loud for me, being that this is my daily driver and I have to deal with it on a daily basis. Before we get into the sound clips and the explanation of everything, I'm just going to show off the HKS exhaust a little bit. If you're shopping for this exhaust, I'm sure you know what it looks like already, but it has like the nice blue burnt titanium tips. Sorry, I parked my car in the worst lighting possible for this. But I do like these tips with the little HKS logo up there. I think they look pretty good. And you know what? Let me crawl under here real quick. Bear with me. Even, you know, you don't see this, but this whole like double muffler setup is pretty sick looking. Let's go a little wider. It's a very clean looking exhaust. So that I actually do like about it. And I'm also very happy with the way the exhaust sounds too, which you're going to see in a few minutes. I'm going to do the sound clips of this exhaust first because that's what most people want to see. And then after that, what I'm going to do is do a interior driving video, kind of explaining more about what was bothering me about the MagnaFlow one. And hopefully it'll simulate what it sounds like in the car now with the HKS exhaust. So let's get to that. Also really quick, I do need to mention I have the active auto work catted downpipe on this car. So keep that in mind for the exhaust clips. Okay, so now I'm going to try to give you guys an idea of what it sounds like in the car while cruising around in normal mode. Windows up. I have the camera set at head level, like kind of eye level with me. It's right over here. Kind of suction cup to my window with a, you know, you ever see that that video game setup where you attach it to the back glass so you see the whole car in like third person view? That's what I'm using to film in here right now. But anyway, yeah, the main reason I wanted to get the HKS exhaust was because I wanted to quiet down for when I was just driving around town, cruising, when I go to work and everything. I just got tired of the drone from the MagnaFlow exhaust, so we're just gonna cruise around a little bit, nothing crazy, and hopefully the way I have the camera set up kind of picks up what I'm actually hearing. Normally I'm driving around with the music on, so that's obviously going to factor into it as far as drowning out exhaust noise, but for video purposes we don't want that over my talking and everything. The best way I can describe the way it's driving around is like, obviously you hear there's an exhaust on the car, like there's noise, but it's not vibrating through the cabin. And with the MagnaFlow, it would literally vibrate the entire cabin of the car at that 1800-ish to 2200-ish RPM range, especially if you're going uphill and there was load on the engine. I actually have a video I'll probably insert somewhere right here. All right, I'm gonna try to record and see if I can get the rattling from this exhaust. Let's see. There we go. I don't know if my phone's gonna pick it up, but That's what I deal with this goddamn exhaust and why I just dropped money on the HKS, so hopefully that fixes it. You hear the door, like the plastic in the door panel vibrating, and it was horrible, and I would have to deal with that all the time. I'm actually accelerating a little bit slower than usual because I'm in traffic. I'm usually a little harder on the gas. But this is super, you know, super manageable driving around like this. The exhaust doesn't get to you at all. And again, like if the music was on, it's like you wouldn't even notice it. Keeps this car to be a very comfortable daily driver, which was not the case with the MagnaFlow exhaust. Here's a good thing. So driving with the MagnaFlow exhaust, something like this, where there's load on motor going uphill, the whole car, it would just be droning, everything would be rattling, and with this exhaust, it's, you hear it, but there's no vibrations in the car. It's just, you know, hearing that there's an exhaust on the car, and it's not annoying or anything. It's fine. Alright, we're coming up on another hill over here. Hopefully this guy in front of me will drive normally, and we can kind of just see how the exhaust sounds. Yep, the car's just going through the gears. No drone. Loud, the road noise is louder than the actual exhaust because this road is so crappy, but yeah. The MagnaFlow would just be hollering and just buzzing the whole car. If I had changed my car, it would have been rattling. But this is just nothing. I had an Alfa Romeo before this, and that car was just completely stock. I'm sorry, Alfa Romeo Giulia, not the Quadrifoglio, just the one with the 4-cylinder. And that motor was louder, or maybe close to the same as the volume of this exhaust, just cruising in normal mode under load. Normal acceleration. It's very tame. And this is exactly what I was looking for, you know? When I got the MagnaFlow, the whole idea of like the modularity was super cool, and I was like, alright, so, you know, you can put the two mufflers on, it has that, I don't know how to pronounce it or what the actual word is, but it's like that Helmholtz, that extra resonator welded onto one of the pipes that's supposed to, you know, knock out the drone through some frequency or something. And yeah, they didn't do any of that. And funny enough, when I first got this exhaust, I guess it wasn't broken in yet. I almost thought it was going to be too quiet, so I was a little bit worried. But after driving around for about a month or so, it opened up, you know, got a little bit louder on the interior, not much, and under full throttle it sounds great. Actually, let's do a little pull right here with the windows up. Sport mode, valves open, give you an idea of what it sounds like. See, windows up, sport mode, sounds like a different car, sounds great inside, not too obnoxious, really nice tone, good pops, even though I wish I could turn the pops off sometimes, but you know, I'm not trying to send my ECU to Finland just yet. And then back to the normal mode, and the car sounds great, nice and tame. Like I said, the most important thing is there's no vibration, so I'm really happy with the purchase of this exhaust. So in conclusion, took a gamble on buying this exhaust. I didn't know if it was going to fix the problem I had with the previous exhaust and get rid of like that drone / vibration, and if it was going to be quiet enough for me when I was just daily driving the car. But I took the gamble, got it, and it paid off. I was also kind of worried that when I first installed it that it was actually too quiet, but giving it about a month for it to break in, it's perfect now, just the right volume. And the main thing I noticed with this exhaust is that it seems that it keeps the sound out, like it directs the sound behind the car how an exhaust system is supposed to work. Whereas the MagnaFlow kind of just vibrated it throughout the whole cabin, which was, yeah, it wasn't my style. So yeah, this kind of gave me the best of both worlds. Nice and quiet when I'm just, you know, cruising around, driving my car day to day, and if I want to make some noise, hit the sport button, open the flap, and it sounds great. Can't go wrong with it.